We're 4 minutes in. We're at a great spot to get started today and start our conversation. If you're here to be in a pet mode and learn all about the conversion strategies that are winning for the pet industry, you are in the right place. We'll get into our speaker updates, an agenda, and then right into our themes for the day. Cool. So our speakers, will start off with some intros here. You have myself here from the Justuno side, and my role at Justuno is all about helping merchants or users of tech to really find the best ways to use their whole tech stack and do that to, in the end, get conversions and increase their lead captures, their lead capture rate. So a lot about setting up full experiences on the website and hopefully getting someone to the next step to build that relationship with you and your website. I'll take it over to Adina. Can we get an intro from you?
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Adina Marabi. I am the partnerships team lead here at Okendo. I work with our tech and agency partners, managing those relationships, hosting wonderful events for all of you, such as webinars, dinners, all that fun stuff. And we do, Okendo is a customer marketing platform. We help brands with their reviews, strategy, their quizzes, surveys, referrals, and loyalty.
A beautiful suite of tools. Thank you, Adina. Erin, can we get an intro, please? Oh, you're muted.
I am muted. Sorry about that. So my name's Erin Watt. I am actually one of the tech partner managers over at Triple Whale, and tuning in from Toronto, Canada. So any special shout outs to any fellow Canadians that have also are joining us today. And for those who might not know what Triple Whale is, the way I look at Triple Whale, it's like your e-commerce BFF, that ride or die companion that's there to celebrate all the business success, but also help you tackle those unforeseen challenges of your online store. So Triple Whale is that like all-in-one analytics tool that can help you to consolidate all your data into one user-friendly centralized dashboard. It also integrates with all your major ad channels and platforms. So like think Shopify, Google, Meta, and then also tools like Okendo and Gorgeous, so they can really provide you with that beautiful holistic view of who your customers are, where they came from, what they bought, and how much it costs to acquire them.
Beautiful. I could nerd out just with everything that you can see and do with Triple Whale. Thank you, Erin, for that. Bonnie, can we get an intro, please?
Sure. Hi, I'm Bonnie Pasevich. I'm the Director of Product Marketing at Reversion. We are an affiliate marketing management platform, and we help direct-to-consumer, e-commerce, independent brands of all sizes, whether you're just beginning or you have an established affiliate program, affiliate influencer or ambassador program, help you manage, track those conversions, help maximize those conversions, have seamless payments and everything that you need to really have a successful program.
Heck yeah. I'm so interested to hear from you today too, because it's like with affiliates or influencers in the pet industry, you're kind of going that extra step, like not just the person, right? Like sometimes it is the pet and like what do they what can they do? What can they provide?
Yeah, it's super fun. I'm excited to talk about it.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Bonnie. And Jake, last but not least, can we get an intro, please?
Yeah, my name's Jake Silverman. I manage US technology partnerships over at Dot Digital. So working a lot with our integration partners and ISV partners to provide better value for our end users. And Dot Digital, we are a marketing automation platform. So email, SMS, live chat, customer experience data platform, and so much more. And looking forward to talking more about it today.
Heck yes. We're going to get a great group of point of views coming from different channels. So please bring in your questions as we're going through this panel today. We do have a little agenda. We're going to get into quality conversions and what that looks like, customer lifetime value, of course, and that's attached to retention, which is a huge conversation point right now. And then owner behavior. What does that really mean for you in capturing and using data? So as we're going through this panel, please feel free to use the chat for any questions you want to throw out. I'll be looking at that too, and then relaying that to our speakers so we can give you some real live time feedback. And then with any questions that you do have in chat, if we're not able to get to it, we can connect afterwards. So let's dive right in today. We've got our first theme and would love for the speakers to share your best example of a pet brand attaching themselves to lifestyle, with the goal being quality conversions. And what was that strategy in 2 to 4 steps that can be a little more actionable for everyone joining today? I would love to start with Erin from the Triple Whale point of view. What are you thinking here?
So for me, I have to take inspiration from one of the biggest pet brands out there. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Chewy. With nearly 11 million active customers, it's hard not to want to like just at least examine some of Chewy's success, so that we can also kind of look at the effectiveness and also focus on what's working well with those bigger companies and see if we can emulate that as well. Looking at Chewy, I also discovered that 90% of their existing customers account for their net sales. So this just really, when I think about quality conversions, there's so many different areas you can look at, but I'm really, especially using this example, I'm really highlighting now like the importance of focusing on customer retention over acquisition. So really to support this, like over at Triple Whale, our experts have really been able to identify even like some of the best strategies when it comes to retention, so that you, as your own pet brand, regardless of your size, you can emulate, the 11 billion active customer, large company, 8-figure company like Chewy's success. So the first step really is start by utilizing first-party data from your customers. So the data that you can collect can be anything from like pet breeds, age, preference. Then you want to start using this data to create personalized segments and target them with tailored marketing campaigns. So this will just really ensure that relevant information, deals, updates are being sent to keep those customers engaged. Next, you want to just dig into those customers' behavior around your best-selling products for those who are most likely to be repurchased soon. So you want to be able to identify what drives these repeat purchases, then maybe start introducing services like a subscription tool to these items to help you boost conversions as well as loyalty. So for instance, dog food is the perfect candidate. Dogs got to eat. So why not offer a subscription plan with a slight discount? This way, customers can have their dog food delivered monthly or like a bi-monthly basis. And then finally, you just really want to start nurturing a community feel by engaging with customers on social media. You can have them share their pet stories and also provide those exceptional personalized customer services as well too. So for example, like encourage customers to share TikTok videos featuring their pets using your products that they bought from your brand. This can also help to create like that really fun and engaging way to showcase happy customers using your products with their furry friends. So just a few of these steps, and they don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a complete overhaul of your business's processes right now, so that you can see more quality conversions, but even just a few of these steps are really going to help you foster those strong relationships. And also your brand can also start becoming that integral part of their pet's lifestyle.
Amazing. Thank you, Erin. I love what you were pointing out about like getting the breed, age, like little things like that, just starting that now. You're going to get distracted with the holiday sales and everything coming up, but that's like your part 2 post holiday, like nurturing, keeping them engaged. So a little bit of work now for a lot of reward later.
It doesn't have to be a lot of information. Just you can keep it really, really simple.
Excellent examples. Thank you, Erin. Let's take it over to Adina at Okendo. What are you thinking on this?
Thank you. And Erin, I love Chewy. I buy from their website all the time for my dog. So that is a wonderful example. So we work with a brand called Roughwear. Roughwear is an outdoor dog gear brand that's passionate about inspiring dog and human connections in the outdoors. Roughwear, if you get a chance to go on their website, is an exemplary Okendo client. And it's because they're using us for almost our full suite of products. They're utilizing reviews, surveys, and building their referral program using our referral product. Their imagery features dogs in action, demonstrating the products in real life situations. And just like with product reviews, having photos on your site that showcases your product in real life with real customers does help potential customers see how the gear performs, and just get a sense for what it's like in actuality. So really good to be collecting UGC, especially through reviews. They also engage with their audience on social media, featuring user-generated content and customer testimonials via ads, on Facebook and also Instagram. And that really does foster a strong sense of community and build that loyal customer base. So those loyal customers love you, they're super fans, and they're happy to tell their friends and family about your brand as well, and refer, excuse me, I'm a little sick today. Refer people through your referral program, especially if you're offering an incentive of some sort, which Roughwear does. They really have nailed it down when it comes to increasing their customer lifetime value and utilizing their customers to lower their acquisition costs.
Amazing. I have a small follow-up question from something you were saying. When it comes to reviews, do you see it used more like for that top of funnel traffic, or like still a continuation of like supporting the purchase later on?
That's a great question, SJ. So reviews really help at every stage of the funnel. Top of funnel, when you're just sort of telling people about your brand, it's more educational. Customers still want to read through your reviews and understand what other people are saying about it. You might retarget them with an ad, or maybe they hear about you through a podcast, or they see you out in, a D2C store. That still does allow the customer to come back to your website and read through those reviews again. We also give brands the ability to collect customer attributes. So similar to what Aaron was saying, dog breed, dog age, dog eating habits. And so you can read through those reviews to understand if this product is the right fit for your pet.
I love that example of like it being part of the educational phase too. Like,
yeah,
hear it in your own words, how you might think about it and consider it. That's awesome. I would love to see more like in retail, more point of sale locations, like actually having a little like bubble of a review that's just like right there in front of you, because you're right. Usually you're like pulling out your phone, you're looking up a review, and you're doing that whole omni-channel thing, which is
exactly,
but kind of applying now kind of backwards, right? E-com to retail, and kind of what it takes to get that. I guess just build that trust a little faster, right? We had a follow-up question for you, Adina. How is Roughwear tracking and rewarding customer referrals, if you can share that?
Yeah, that is a great question. So we have our product is amazing in that it's able to track customer referrals. We also have a really great fraud protection system. So people can't submit referrals for themselves. They can't submit referrals twice for the same person. And we are giving attribution to people that have given the referral and also people that have received the referral. And it's all tracked in our platform.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Cool. Yeah, a lot of Roughwear supporters out here.
It's a great brand.
That's awesome. Thank you, Adina. Let's take it over to Bonnie. What are you thinking from the affiliate world on this one?
Yeah, so when I thought about a pet brand really associating themselves with lifestyle, to me, that is a brand that has a clear identity, and they position themselves really closely with their target audience. So one example is Maeve, and they are a premium raw dog food. And they really align with owners who have values around health, nutrition, being active. And their website, if you go to their website, honestly, to me, it looked like you were on a site for like human health supplements and wellness. It reminded me of AG1. Like health benefits, products of whole food ingredients, like really clean imagery. And it definitely, you can tell they're after a certain audience, like this discerning pet owner, because it definitely takes a certain segment of pet owner who can afford dog food, a bag of dog food for $180 a month, like per bag, which is pretty premium, right? And then from like the influencer marketing perspective, they adopt the important tenet that the pet is the influencer. So their social media features pet influencers with similar lifestyle values. It's the dogs that are having a supplement bar post-run, or feeding, like you see the owners giving the food to their pets like after they've had surgery or some sort of health recovery issue, and showing how diet and health and whole foods nutrition is like helping them recover and have this healthy life. So yeah, I thought that was like a really clear example of taking values of the owner and literally like presenting it through your pet.
I love that. Like whatever is the dog or like pet version of humanizing, like they
Yeah.
made it for the pet, that's so great because it just makes sense because you're putting it into like, how do you take care of yourself as a human? And it's like, yeah, you want to love on your dog, but I think a point with what you were saying, like about it being to a specific type of buyer, something a little bit more premium. There's also that idea that, kind of these one-off purchases and just getting kind of that entry adoption of this, whether it's like, oh, it's their birthday month. Let me treat them with this. Like that's an approach that can be taken here too when you're thinking about like premium and trying to fit into that type of love that someone may have for their pet. And yeah, I love this example of just how you're still speaking to the human, but you're making everything lifestyle related to the pet. So extra step, the extension of that marketing campaign. What a great example. I think if you could just throw the link into the chat for us, that'd
I
be
think
cool.
Erin did. Yeah, thanks.
I
Erin.
did. I was so excited. I was like, what is this? This is beautiful. It is you are so right, Bonnie. This is stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually it's funny Bonnie, when you're bringing this up too, there is something else that I was finding, and it's just like random facts, but they were also saying that because it's millennials right now that are kind of like the big pet owners these days, and that a lot of times too, it's about that maybe the pet owners can't provide themselves with the premium life, so they forego giving it to their pets. So even if like they can have the lifestyle that they want, but they believe in that lifestyle, they end up spending that money on their pets instead. So it's like there is wiggle room for these premium pet products. Like this is amazing. I'm sold.
I'm sold. I'm sold. Yeah. I'm sold for like a birthday month treat. And then if they love it. Oh, great examples, Wani. Thank you for that. And Jake, can you wrap us up on this one? What are you thinking from the dot digital side?
Yeah, so we have a customer, they're a premium retailer for exclusive pet brands, and they're doing a few things. The first big one, and I think Aaron alluded to it earlier, right, around personalization and segmentation. And I'm sure this will be a common theme as we go on here, but they offer products that cater to specific needs and lifestyles for their shoppers. So for example, like clothes for dogs for pet owners who enjoy dressing their dogs and exploring during the winter. Power dryers, right, for owners concerned about cleanliness, and lights on collars for people who do the nighttime walks. And products for pet home and travel, right, for like the frequent pet travelers. So really kind of segmented to a pet owner's lifestyle. Working with Dot Digital, this brand recently implemented SMS and MMS campaigns to engage their audience, using this channel to communicate their products effectively with their audience. So they saw 98% deliverability rates for mobile messaging. So they're doing a great job reaching their customers where they want to be met. I'm sure everyone's heard this before, right? But if you're not using SMS in your cross-channel strategy, you're going to be left behind. You can use SMS for back in stock notifications, transactional updates, confirmation and reminders, flash sales, welcome messages, you name it. Lastly, this brand connected really well with their target audience. Instead of solely focusing on the products themselves, they highlighted how these products they've identified fit into the pet owner's lifestyle and cater to their various needs. So, like on their site, they have a lifestyle tab, home and travel, have drop downs for pet clothes and even pet costumes, or curating their messages to the lifestyle of their consumers.
Nice. When they are doing their lifestyle with consumers, I liked your point about it being like winter, the seasonality, right? And that connects more to geo-targeting and using like that same strategy that other industries get to use, but you're using it a lot more, again, like that extension for the pet. And it is like about their geolocation, and maybe it's asking that next question of like, where do you vacation? Because a lot of pet owners will take their pets with them if they are more in that like kind of outdoorsy vibe, right? So just getting to, or trying to get to the point of many types of pet owners and plenty of questions to ask out there to understand what type of pet owner they are and kind of what feelings you can tap into there.
Sure.
Thank you, Jake. Great recap there. Let's take it to the second theme now. So, what are the latest ways you see top pet brands addressing and impacting customer lifetime value? And this can totally seep into retention as well. Let's start with Triple Whale here, Aaron. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so definitely we'll cover a couple of things I mentioned earlier, because it does really kind of play into like the quality conversion as well as like LTV. So really when we're thinking about like key ways of enhancing customer lifetime value, it really just lies in understanding and catering to the specific needs of different customer segments. So through strategic use of subscription programs, tools like a cohort analysis, or even like a customer data platform where you can do the segmentations. These are the kind of type of tools that pet brands can really foster loyalty, increase repeat purchases, and also just like creating that like meaningful connection with their customers, which is going to really help to improve the LTV for a brand. So just kind of going a little bit deeper into those specific tools. So like, as I mentioned earlier, since pet brands are consumables, customers are more likely to make repeat purchases. So if you don't have subscription programs set up, it's probably greatly impacting your LTV, because you're also probably spending more time acquiring new customers. I know for myself, like this is a perfect example. We used to walk to go and get our dog food. Our dog's 70 pounds. These things are heavy. We live in a city. We found out that Amazon, they order. I would prefer going to a pet store or a pet brand, but there has been no pet brand with my dog food that has offered me any.
That would be great. You're the best. Yes, Richard, there will be a replay available. I'll send the recording in the email after the webinar today.
All right, SJ, try that.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. All right, we should see second theme there. We're good seeing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much. So Aaron wrapped us up. Let's go ahead and take it to Adina at Okendo. What are you thinking on this?
Yes, thank you. And I'm so glad we got this technical difficulty figured out.
Sorry, guys.
All good. So we see top brands implementing a variety of strategies in order to increase customer lifetime value. For starters, adding a product recommendation quiz will help you increase conversions and average order value, because your customers think they perceive that they're getting product recommendations. I'm so sorry. Struggling today with my voice. They think that they're getting product recommendations specifically catered to them. It will also help you as the brand collect zero-party data around your customers and use that information for segmentation strategies, which I know Aaron talked about a bit. So collecting zero-party data is a really huge focus for Okendo products. You can deepen your data collection strategy through collecting customer attributes via surveys and through reviews. We recommend pet brands collect information like pet age, pet eating habits, pet breed, and more to understand their customer characteristics and behaviors. You can use this information that you're collecting from your customers to send emails or text messages with product recommendations, upsells, and cross-sell emails and SMS messages to really get that customer back to your site and browsing through your products. We've also seen pet brands lean on a strong rewards program to deepen the customer lifetime value and to drive down their acquisition costs. Brands can tap into their current loyal customers, let's say they're 4- or 5-star reviewers, to refer new customers and offer both the referring customer an incentive to come back and make a repeat purchase, and also the new customer. Using Okendo as well, brands can incentivize their customers to earn points, move up in your VIP tiered program, and redeem those rewards via your program by coming back to your site and purchasing from you. So all of that to say, there's a ton you can do to increase your customer lifetime value using Okendo products.
Absolutely. You just get set up to pretty much focus on retention if you're using Okendo. I love that. And
Exactly.
just feeding the rest of your funnel. I love what you were getting to with quizzes. What I've also liked just seeing more, I guess, like kind of thinking outside the box, is when I see brands recommending products based off of like an influencer and what they do, like so-and-so's top picks or what so-and-so uses, because you're just reaching into that person's audience then. And then another one, which you kind of see more with beauty brands, or maybe not more, but you see beauty brands doing it, but you can apply it to pet industry, is partnering with other brands and doing those collaborations. So you're either maybe giving a free gift, giving a sweet code, or maybe a non-discount incentive. And it's all about like that lifestyle. Maybe it's not the exact lifestyle that you're portraying on your website, which is fine, but you're getting into the lifestyle that is like still attached to that. Great examples on the quiz stuff, Adina. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
wonder for the reward stuff, have you seen any like unique rewards be given out that are maybe like for the pet, not so much like so much off of your next offer, like less human based?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I personally haven't seen anything, but there are some fun ways that you can gamify your rewards program. I've seen some of our clients create some really fun naming conventions around their loyalty programs that speak to their customer base. So, you can think of really creative ways to name your VIP tiers, to name your loyalty program. Thinking as like a pet owner, something that I might want, let's say if I reach a certain status or level, is maybe like free poo bags, or maybe like a free toy thrown into the order, or maybe new treats that you're testing out, and you're giving a little sample pack. So those are some really fun ways to like still promote your products and promote your brand, but not necessarily like give a discount or a coupon or a free shipping or something.
Yeah, no, that sounds so much more memorable. Like I'll talk all day about a cute named loyalty program and like, yeah, that's my group. That's what I'm a part of. Like
Exactly.
you're giving them something to talk about. And with the free gift stuff, you're in like, it's so like, I will buy anything that is seasonal, right? Or that is just like part of a theme. So you can kind of run with that with your free gifts and kind of make it that limited time offer vibe, but also making it something that gets you that kind of like oh moment whenever they're unboxing, like whether you're making it a surprise and delighting, or you're kind of getting that to make the conversion. That's, I think, a couple different strategies.
Exactly. Yep.
Thank you, Adina. Great stuff. Let's take it over to Bonnie. What are you thinking on this one?
So when people signed up for this webinar, I think you asked them questions of what they had concerns about. And I think ad costs and acquisition costs were definitely up there for a lot of brands, right? So I want to just share the stat that on average, affiliate marketing sees 5 times the ROI versus traditional pay-per-click ads. And there's a lot of customers and large clients who definitely have it as part of their mix. And they're seeing, a lot of really great efficiencies with it. And you can leverage affiliates and influencers throughout the funnel. It's not just acquisition, and you can use them through every buying stage. And there are different types of affiliates that are best suited for each different stage. And affiliates and influencers, they can be really engaging. And even though clearly some of them have a lot of followers, some of them can foster this like one-on-one type of relationship with their followers, where it's a channel where you can educate, you can be further engaging. Like I mentioned, you can ask them polls, you can get insights. And it's another channel to help expand your campaigns or promote things like loyalty programs or anything else that you have that that you're promoting for your customer lifetime value. And then you can turn your highly engaged customers into brand ambassadors, which not only then they help promote your brands, but you're further engaging those customers. It's like one of those like next level tiers past VIP is like, do you want to be a brand ambassador, get free products and also special discounts and all that other good stuff. Yeah. I did have one more thing to say about Chewy though. Like subscriptions, clearly it's huge for the pet industry. And I found this stat staggering that their model was based on auto ship from the beginning, and 60 to 65% of their revenue, their sales comes from auto ship. And that's super sticky. And you can even, I think we've all seen, you can get an extra discount if you sign up for a subscription. So I think as a pet brand, yeah, subscription seems huge.
What a combo, subscriptions, affiliates. I wonder with affiliates, Bonnie, is there a good number for brands to start with? It's end of July, getting into holiday mode. Like what's the best way to ramp up if they do want to explore affiliates?
I think, like I mentioned, you have to start somewhere, right? And
Right.
I've talked to some pet brands that they had like 60 and they whittled down to 20 so that they could like really manage and focus on those 20, because they're super nuanced in that niche, the tone, the brand fit, the alignment, the messaging. And also when you start out that small, it might be like your social media manager, right? It might be someone on your team already who can go through and look at the content, look at the engagement, look at previous promoted brands and sponsorships, and see how many comments actually talk about the product. Like once you get like the muscle working around how influencer / affiliate marketing works, then I think you can think about scaling it. But yeah, and if you don't have any, like I mentioned, you can start recruiting your best customers and not even have like a formal commission structure quite yet, but give them free products and then, yeah, start there.
I love that. Yeah, you're giving us some great steps. You just have to start. Two, really focus on the data. It sounds like from the very beginning and kind of getting into that nitty gritty of what kind of engagement are you even looking for performance, it sounds. I love that. And then it makes sense that maybe you would whittle down and try to provide more value so that you get delivered more value out of that one-on-one touch that they have. Awesome recap, Bonnie. Thank you so much for that. Let's take it over to Jake. You want to wrap us up on this one?
Yeah. So personalization, right? Reinforcing a lot of what everyone said before me, but again, you really want to dial in your segmentation. So using this data analytics, insight data, you should really tailor recommendations and offers based on individual pet profiles and purchase history, enhancing engagement and retention, right? Hitting the right people with the right message. I think Bonnie brought this up earlier with that Maeve example, but having that health and wellness focus, right? Just like us humans are big into eating clean these days, pets are, doing the same thing, or at least their owners are, kind of putting their pets on cleaner food, healthier diets. So brands should really put an emphasis on pet health, supplements, healthcare products, sustainable products. Those tend to foster those long-term relationships, just like they do for us, do it for pets in the pet world as well. And community building, creating online communities or forums around pet care fosters a sense of belonging and encourages repeat engagement. So I need to mention this, right? Having a customer loyalty program or subscription model, user generated content is always a big one. 5-star reviews coming from someone that previously bought something says a lot more than just the brand saying something. And then, this one's pretty obvious, but be sure to provide exceptional customer support and do proactive outreach, build trust with shoppers, right? If someone writes a negative review, they probably don't want to be getting a lot of marketing content, right? Almost segment that shopper, reach out to them, be personable, provide that top-notch support.
Heck yes. I like what you were saying about, with segmentation naturally comes serving up with the right message, ideally, and at the right time. And then it's also about serving it up like many times. Like it's not just one time letting them know that you have a great deal or that they got XYZ points. It's getting into all those different channels and having kind of as you would have different variations of your ads, right? You have different variations of that message that fit with each channel that you're sending. And ideally, your website is like, I like to say, it's your source of truth. It's going to be where someone is always going to come from or come to and maybe just confirm something if they're shopping elsewhere. So giving that message that is based on the segment once they arrive on site more than once and in every channel is crucial to you building up that trust. So ensure that you have many touch points in there and alternate that message and make it fit with that channel where you see people are coming from. Great stuff, Jake. Thank you for that. I love when a pet or like when a site has a really solid blog, when it's a pet brand, that to me is just like, okay, you have some thoughts on how people are doing stuff and using your product. Like, I think it's a cool way too to incorporate UGC and reviews. You're one giving thought leadership into the pet industry based off of what you know about how people are using your product. And then two, just re-energizing that like support of your brand or the product or service. I love it. I love it. Let's get into our third theme today. Yeah, we got about 15 minutes. We're doing great. So, pet owner behavior. What should brands be asking visitors now for holiday success in order to stand out? Standing out either from the competition, maybe standing out from last year, if there was a debacle there of any sort. And when I say holiday success, I'm talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but feel free to take it into New Year, new me vibes if you'd like. Let's go to Aaron at Triple Whale. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy. Like I think most of us are going through a heat wave right now. So to be thinking about the holiday season is just absolutely nuts. But it's true. Like this is the time to start thinking about holiday strategy, especially for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I'm gonna actually take a bit of a page out of Adino's book from Makendo, just really emphasizing on the importance of focusing on gathering zero-party data to get know your customers better and making it fun. Like Adina really mentioned that collecting zero-party data doesn't have to be your dull post-purchase surveys that everyone's used to. Like you can make it fun and engaging and modern, like using quizzes, that with Akendo, you can have like conversational pop-ups that you can be using with Justuno. Go on social media, you can use those like question stickers on Instagram, or even on TikTok. Like TikTok has so many engaging features that you could also be utilizing with your customer base as well too. And if you're not on TikTok, this is the time to maybe start allocating some of those marketing dollars and testing out TikTok and getting used to it and trying things out before the big holiday season as well too. Or even just, you can do, if all else fails, like just an account creation on your website and getting a little bit more creative with some of the questions that you're asking. That's another way of creating first party data. Now, when we think about the questions that we can specifically be asking for holiday success and then how we can utilize that data, also like think outside the box a little bit. So, one question could be, for instance, like what type of pet products are you the most interested in for the holidays? So for example, like a pet brand could use a holiday themed quiz to find out what customers are looking for when it comes to like festive toys, holiday treats, or maybe even like winter apparel for their pets. You can also be thinking about like a question like, what do you look for like an ideal online shopping experience? Obviously, this question is great for any time of the year. But when we think about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that is everyone's on alert, everyone's shopping. So we want to make sure that we have the most ideal online shopping experience. And really, you can be using like interactive polls or even feedback forms to understand what aspects of the shopping experience matter the most. And then this information will also help you to tailor and transform your website's UX and UI, and also even the customer journey experience, so that if your customers value fast shipping and easy returns, make these features prominent in your holiday marketing campaigns, and also like first thing that they see on your website, so that that attracts them to want to be spending money. I also love the idea, because I've seen this like seasonal and like just different times, but like if, being interested in asking your customers if they'd be interested, in like a holiday themed social media contest or an event. So you can really leverage engagement tools like social media polls, and interactive content. So what I mentioned before, like Instagram stories with like question stickers, or like those features in TikTok that really are helping with engagement, just to engage the interest in specific types of content in our events. And this will really help you in planning effective holiday campaigns. So, an example here could be get a pet brand. A pet brand might host a holiday pet costume contest on Instagram or TikTok. And this will encourage, user-generated content, and also can increase brand visibility during this time as well. And you can even do it, a few days or a few weeks prior to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, to get that visibility. And then I think like lastly, and this kind of just ties into like that ideal online shopping experience and user experience, but what incentives would make you more likely to purchase? So that could be another big question that you're asking. And you could be, example, like free discounts, shipping, purchase with toy, buy one, get one. And then you can collect these preferences through pop-up surveys. So using Justuno or even exit intent forms on your website. And then knowing what incentives work best can significantly increase conversion rates and also the customer satisfaction. So if a majority of your customers prefer free shipping, just make sure that you're promoting this incentive really, really heavily during your holiday marketing.
Great examples there, Erin. I like the distinction too. I think you said it a couple times, like you're asking maybe visitors one question and customers a different question. And likely you're going to get different answers, maybe a little bit of the same, but that's dependent on like kind of where they are and their intent to purchase. So two types of ways you can take like what to ask them. And then I am so for your UX and UI questions of like, how was the experience today on site? That is also like more about the visitors and their behavior in shopping. And maybe it's like, I've also loved seeing the question, like, where have you purchased like this before or from another competitor? Because like people are coming to your website, and one thing we should remember is like we're being influenced by experiences outside of just shopping on your website. Something that I experienced with another store, maybe that gave me like a bad taste in my mouth about shipping. Now I'm like super concerned about shipping, and I need to know that information first. So to your point, just like straight up asking them, hey, what kind of offers would you want to see this season? Now is a great time to ask that. I've had brands ask that before. And it's really funny how many people don't say 100% off because like I would be like everything free, the website 100% off. But no, people are really polite and they're like 30% off, like maybe a free gift. But then you'll get those standout ones that just lead to a whole pivoting of your marketing campaign in a good way, because like it clicks for you. Then you're able to make that offer make sense to the exact feedback you're getting. And it's not something you have to have on forever, right? Those types of questions that are more like about discovery, like 30 days, 10,000 sessions of traffic, like something significant that you can elaborate on. But great examples there, Erin. Thank you. Let's take it to Okendo, who was talked about previously. I feel like you'll have plenty to say on this one.
I always have a lot to say. So with Okendo in mind, there are a ton of tactics and strategies that you can implement leading up to the holidays. Definitely recommend you start ramping up your review strategy to collect more robust reviews, showcase those reviews on your website, incentivize your customers to submit video and photo reviews. We call that UGC. collect more information around your customer and their experience with your product through what we call product attributes and customer attributes. So customer attributes, something I mentioned earlier, that could be dog breed, dog age, dog eating habits, and then product attributes would be about the product specifically. So it could be taste, it could be texture, it could be longevity, depending on if it's like a dog toy or something. So using those and allowing that to help more holiday shoppers feel confident about purchasing your product, because they can take a look through your reviews and align their purchasing decision with customers that have similar characteristics to them. We also recommend pet brands build post-purchase or on-site surveys to continue to collect that customer feedback and zero-party data. You can even build what we like to call micro surveys. Those are 1 or 2 question surveys to understand how customers are liking your product. Erin, you mentioned UX UI, so your website or shopper experience, or even where they heard about your brand. So that's another really, really key point, is leading up to the holidays, you really want to lock in what channels are performing best, whether you're getting more customers via TikTok or Meta, or through, maybe just your influencer program, your affiliate program. So you really want to nail in where your traffic is coming from. And you can do that using a post-purchase marketing attribution survey. Another key strategy we recommend ahead of the holiday season is setting up a customer referral program, and use your current customers that are happy and engaged with your brand to find new loyal customers. And lastly, but certainly not least, make sure you have a fully baked loyalty program with clear rules, strong redemption options, and VIP tiers, and use that to get people excited about engaging with your brand. Maybe you offer those high VIP customers special perks during the holidays, and then use also your loyalty program to set up really targeted email campaigns, encourage signups, let shoppers know they have points pending in their account, that they need to come redeem them. Just again, creating that buzz and that excitement for the holiday season.
I love that. I feel like everything you're saying is really about like enabling the ways to do word of mouth and make it
Exactly.
like just so easy to have word of mouth, which is like, you can't really track that, right? It's something that ideally just happens organically with you putting out all this good stuff. And I love what you were saying, like now, like my brain was kind of going to, what's your pet's name? How old are they? But you can be asking just like very direct, like, hey, submit your review. Maybe they purchased months ago, but what you're doing is you're building up your assets to be able to use on your on-site pop-ups, in your ads, having those different variations. So Adina is setting us up for success for the future, for sure. Thank you, Adina.
SJ.
Let's take it over to Bonnie. What are you thinking on this one?
So when I was thinking about what brands should be asking visitors now, I had to do a little bit of research into the pet industry, and I learned that pet food is very non-seasonal, and it's very steady. Like they're not like humans, right? Where we eat a variety of things. Like you give your pet the same thing every day. And if you do mix it up, because if you mix it up, they might have like tummy issues, things like that. But that's why auto ship and subscriptions are so big. But then I learned that treating is very seasonal, and owners love to give stockings, gifts. Like it's definitely a thing, and there's definitely seasonality to it. So I think you can engage your shoppers by asking questions around it. Like, are you planning on buying a gift for your pet? What do you plan on buying? What types of gifts would you like? Or would you like to see a stocking, or things around gifting? And you can definitely leverage, again, your influencers or affiliates to ask these questions and report back their findings, because we mentioned tools on TikTok, Instagram. You could obviously do that on your own social media platforms, but then have affiliates, influencers do it for reach and get you more insights. yeah, like running polls, all that's good stuff. And another thing for holiday success for independent brands, you may be a brand that's on Amazon and Chewy already, but I know Amazon takes such a big cut that like if you want to take them to your direct to consumer channel, around Black Friday when it started, Amazon did their promos right around Black Friday, and then they expanded it to a week and called it Turkey Week. And then last year was 11 days before. So if you want to beat like the big retailers to the punch, you want to do your promotions. If you think about doing them even earlier than that, like 2 weeks before. Otherwise, once those bigger retailers start doing their promos, people may gravitate towards there.
Absolutely. And the earlier you do it, you have the opportunity to attach a little more branding to it, like making it your own holiday. And kind of like we were talking about the loyalty programs having their own cute name, like kind of leaning into that, making it your own. And then I've also loved when brands take it as like an opportunity to boost that VIP segment. Like sign up, create your account now. You go ahead and get the extra XYZ off. And then come holiday time, you can still take advantage of whatever it is that offer is. So a way to make it feel a little bit more exclusive, capturing data, like we've said, is a priority. But great examples there, Bonnie. I liked too what you're like, everything you said made me think like you're planting the seed of all that could be, like think outside of the box of how you would use our product. Oh, it's a gift. Oh, I didn't think about gifting. And being someone that is not a good gifter, I was letting the speakers know this earlier. Like I need all that inspo. I need to feel inspired. I need the reminder. So it's again, all these different shopper types. And what I do like to say too is like, you may be thinking like, oh, this is a lot to show on my website, or maybe I'm going to be annoying them with these different messages I want to say. But the idea is that you're creating an experience. So naturally that should let you like weed out some of the annoying stuff. And then two, the data will show you like what people are engaging with exactly. Like if you're not seeing the data there, you turn that off. We do an A/B test. It's not something we're waiting to see forever. Like you will know based off of the clicks on the website, who is actually clicking through from what sources. And then that lets you get back to, okay, what channels are working or what should you lean into for the holiday? Great stuff, Bonnie. Thank you. Oh, another point, the insight from the influencers was so good. Like, it's not just you trying to get information, but like, what are those affiliates? Like, what can they do for you as well? And like, just getting you one more piece of data to feed into your campaigns. Great call out. And then let's take it over to Jake from Dot Digital. Can you wrap us up on this one too?
Yeah, so going back to that point around personalization, right? Brands need to understand pet preferences and needs. Obviously, everyone's pet is different, right? My parents' golden retriever is going to have different needs from my sister and brother-in-law's 10-pound Deutschhound. Brands need to understand their customers, pet age, breed, size, dietary preferences and restrictions, health conditions. So you could offer those personalized recommendations, right? And it's not just about the actual content of the message, but a big one for me coming from Dot Digital, and I brought this up earlier, is brands need to recognize their shoppers' preferred communication channels as well. Inquire about their preferred ways to receive updates and promotions. Is it email, SMS, both, or is it even some social, right? Not only creating those personalized messages, but you want to make sure you're sending them through the proper channel. And the last one just came up. Again, I'm not a pet sales expert by any means or pet supplies expert, but probably isn't a very seasonal business, probably steady all year around. So one thing to ask around the holiday would be like those holiday plans and how their pets can get involved, right? Creating maybe a travel guide of how to bring your pet on a trip. Or collecting that zero party data around accessories, festive attire, and theme and holiday themed products.
I love how you're leading into the content creation, Jake, and like what that can do to drive more traffic, make you a little bit more trustworthy down the line too. Because when you're thinking about the holidays, right, you might just have someone that's coming to gift something, coming for themselves as like a one-off, and having those questions, like you don't only have to ask a quiz question on the website or in email. Like take that to the other channels and how you're asking that and just rephrasing that. And I also liked your point, like to their preferred channels, if they're coming through and clicking through a channel, you're kind of thinking about preferred, maybe based on a specific metric. So if you're getting a lot of click throughs from the channel, that's great. But then what is the AOV of that channel after they click through? Or what is the conversion rate of that channel after they click through? And then you're following that up like, okay, it looks like there's also high cart abandon rate attached to that versus maybe a high exit rate. So that will just influence like how early you show messaging and which touch points on site you should prioritize. Hope that makes sense for everybody. I know we're up on our time. Speakers, are you ready to hop? Did you want to get to our last one? Do I have people that want to go?
I'm still good.
We're good? Okay.
Yeah.
I have
Me-
to hop, but thank you so much for having me here. And it was awesome talking to everybody about pets.
Thank you, Bonnie. You're the best. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'll go. Any other speakers, if you have to hop, no worries. I'll just get to our last slide here. And just so everyone knows, the slide deck is a resource. So when you get in here, you'll find some actual pop-up examples in the pet industry based off of what we've spoken on. So at least you can take home one iteration that you can start with for what we've been talking about. And we'll get to our final comments now. So speakers, would love to know your favorite new use case, your tool or resource that we can share with everyone that's attended today. I'll throw mine in the chat here in a sec, but would love to start with you, Triple Whale. Aaron, what are you thinking here?
So I do have like two, okay, technically it's three shameless plugs, but they are Triple Whale tools and a blog. But it'll be really, really quick. So the reason I just love these, so the first one is just one of our newer tools. We are still in the midst of getting it launched, but you can get on the wait list. So the first one is Triple Whale's Moby. So Moby, think of it as like your ultimate e-commerce and marketing assistance, just that is designed to help you save time and maximize returns. So it's really there as like your playful, forward-thinking AI partner that knows how to make the data work for you in your specific business. So you can really get like tailored insights that will provide like actionable insights on what your business needs, and like that making those data decisions just a breeze. Really that time saving efficiency. So like Moby will be able to streamline your workflows and focus on growing your business. And then just like expert guidance, because we are utilizing the power of AI. It can just really help you to empower you with strategies and also just recommendations that are proven to actually boost your performance. So I'll put the link in there so you can get on the wait list. It should be launching so soon. And then lastly, just our Founders Dash tool. I'm just such a huge fan because Founders Dash is a free analytics tool. So the big thing that's so fantastic about this is that you can dip your toes into Triple Whale's ecosystem without any cost. It's free forever. You'll still be able to get a comprehensive view of all of your business performances. That's everything like your key metrics from like your sales department all the way from your marketing performance. And these will just help you make those informed decisions, and all in real time, because that's what all the speakers are talking about. You're testing campaigns, you're trying out new things, you're looking at, the channels and what's happening. But you can't really make those drastic changes if you're not getting that data in real time. So even with the free analytics tool, you will be able to do this in real time. So I'll also add the Founder Dash link in there as well. And then lastly, I was just so hoping it was going to be ready for this webinar, but we actually have, we're launching a blog that is talking about the evolution of pet brands and how to elevate your pet brand by with strategies to boost your LTV and also your conversions. So it's not out yet, but keep your eye out for that blog as well too. Our speakers have mentioned so many amazing tips and tricks, but this will just go a little bit further into the data side of things. So I'll send over those links as well.
You're the bomb. Thank you, Aaron. That's great stuff. And talk about a really fun name for Triple Whale's Moby. I love that.
I know.
You guys
It
are the
took a while to
best
figure
at
that one out, but we
Oh,
got
yeah?
it.
You got there. Wonderful. Let's take it over to Adina. What you thinking here?
Thank you. My last comment is around our newest product, Okendo Loyalty. We like to say that we help brands build their dream loyalty program using our product and our platform. One resource I will share with you is just a bit of inspiration on our site, just walking through one of our clients, Dixon, and how they've designed their loyalty program. They have some really, really fun naming conventions for their loyalty program, and I won't spoil it, but you should definitely check it out. And if you have any questions and want to learn more about any of our loyalty clients or just our platform in general, any of our products, please feel free to reach out to me over LinkedIn. I will drop in my link as well as a resource here.
You're the best. Thank you for being available like that.
Yeah,
Take her up on
Thank
it,
you.
guys. Cool. I do have Bonnie's in here, so I'll throw it in the chat for everyone. They do weekly Q&A sessions. So, those nuanced questions maybe that you have about affiliate worlds, approaches, best use of your time, I would take them up on that one. And then Jake, what are you thinking on this one? What can we share?
So Dot Digital, we have a new product, company acquired called Fresh Relevance, and it's really all about website and real-time personalization. So Dot Digital helps personalize experiences throughout all stages of the customer lifecycle journey, including dynamic content. So from that first website visit to a post-purchase email, we can create real-time content based on a visitor's unique behavior, preferences, location, or even the weather. Really tailor that communication to shoppers and create an all-in-one customer profile to make sure you're reaching them through those right channels. So I'll post in here actually a case study we have with the pet brand that we did exactly that. And I'll also throw in our new unified contacts product, which creates that kind of all-in-one holistic customer profile.
Oh, I love that. With every tool having, their own view of a profile, it's nice to have that unified version, that holistic version, and somewhere where everything feeds into. Thank you, Jake. Fabulous. My last slide for you. Special offers. All of this also will be included in the recap email, but we have a free conversion audit from Justuno. So really trying to highlight and find either the low-hanging fruit, the easy wins, or the things that you should really hone in on prior to the holidays. We're definitely in that mode. And then from Okendo, we have the first 30 days of an Okendo feature free. So Adina's been talking it up. There's different ways that you can use everything, focusing on retention, but we've got reviews, surveys, quizzes, referrals, or loyalty. Even if you're just testing it out now for the first 30 days, imagine all of the data that you can get to feed everything for the holidays. So thank you, speakers, for hanging in there. I appreciate your 10 extra minutes here. I will let you